Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial today. So today we're going to be making a princess seam armhole bustier with shoulder, just exactly like the one you're seeing on the screen right now. So if that's what you're interested in watching, keep watching to the end. This is the back, the lining area, okay? So if you're new here, please do want to subscribe. If you're an old subscriber, thanks for always coming back. Do want to subscribe to this channel. Please like this video, leave a thumbs up, comment in the comment section, okay? So this is the pattern drafting section for this very particular tutorial, and these are the measurements you'll be needing: your shoulder, shoulder to bust point, under bust, shoulder to half length, shoulder to hip. You need your bust, your half length, and also your hip measurements. So firstly, I'll go ahead to draw a guideline at the very topmost part of my pattern paper. And remember that this very line is your center front. This very part of the paper that you saw me showing you now is your center front, okay? So we are taking half of our shoulder measurement on that line. You want to divide whatever your shoulder is by 2. Please do not use my measurement, use yours. Whatever your shoulder is, you want to divide it by 2 on that line. You measure it. And also your neckline, you want to determine it. For a basic neckline, 3 inches if you're a small size. But for the sake of this tutorial, you have to increase something. 3.5 or 4 inches is okay, except if you're sewing for collar. Except if it's going to have collar, then you use 3 inches. But since it doesn't have a collar, 3.5 or 4 inches, maximum of 4.5 if you're on a small size. So I'm going ahead now to determine my armhole, and I'm marking it into this very particular space like so. So having done that, I'll go ahead to mark this horizontal line, which is also my shoulder measurement, and I'll be using my ruler to join everything together, okay? Like so. And we are now going to be taking, is it vertical or horizontal? The straight measurement, vertical. Okay, vertical measurement, have you? So I'm marking my bust point. I'm going to mark my bust point, okay, under bust and half length, okay. So I'm going ahead to mark my bust point, under bust, and also my half length. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm stopping at the half length. If you're making a blouse, you have to stop at your hip. But if you want to join something to the upper bodies, then you stop at your half length, okay. So I'm using my ruler to draw out those lines so they are visible enough. Yes, because I'm going to be working on them. Using my ruler to mark out these lines horizontally. So having done that now, we're going to impute our bust apart measurement, which some people call nipple to nipple. Okay, I'm going ahead now to calculate my bust apart measurement, and I'm going to be imputing it, your bust divided by 4 divided by 2. Okay, so I'm going ahead to calculate mine, and I'll be imputing it into those horizontal lines that we marked. So I went ahead to mark mine, which is 2.6. For the sake of this tutorial, please use what yours is. Do not follow my measurement. Follow only the method, but use your measurement. Follow the method, use your own measurement, okay, for a perfect fit. So I'm going ahead to join the lines together. I'm labeling bust points, under bust, and waistline, half length, so I don't get confused. So I haven't done that, and I'm going ahead to impute my dart. For your dart, is a standard half inch on both sides of your bust apart measurement, and you connect the half inch to your bust points like so. So having done that now, I'll go ahead to impute my horizontal measurement for my bust and horizontal measurement for my waistline, not under bust, please, for my waistline. For my waistline, okay. And I'll be using my ruler to join these together, like so. So having done this now, I'm going ahead to determine where my side bust dart is going to be. I removed 2 inches from my under bust line, and that is where I marked my side bust dart. Remember, from the center of the dart, you take out half inch on both sides and you connect everything to the bust point. So this is it, what it looks like. Heading over to the armhole, I'm going to be determining my armhole. So I went ahead to mark the midpoint of the armhole and I'm removing 1 inch. This is optional, but I always do this so that it doesn't gap, okay? Taking out the 1 inch and I'm going ahead to also mark it all the way like so. So having done this now, we'll head over to the neckline. For the depth of my neckline, I'm using 3.5 inches and I'm joining it to my shoulder line like so. I'm joining it to that 3.5 inches we marked on the shoulder like so. So this is basically it for a princess seam armhole. This is the basic bodies you need to get. Okay, I had to take my time to draft the basic bodies. So for a princess seam armhole, you can start from anywhere you want on your armhole. We have princess seam armhole, okay, and we have shoulder princess seam. We have armhole princess seam and we have shoulder princess seam. For the sake of this tutorial, we are concentrating on the armhole princess seam. Now for an armhole princess seam, you can start from anywhere around your armhole area. Anywhere. So I'm deciding to start on this very point, okay? Now you want to mark a curved point, a curved line from that point, joining it to your bust point, okay? A curved line, you join it to your bust point like so. So having done that now, this is basically all that we need for this tutorial. Then the next thing now is the underbust. You have to contour the underbust to get that fitting that makes it, that makes it fit very, okay, let's say snatching the underbust, okay? Let's put it this way, snatching the underbust. So I marked 1 inch apart from my bust apart measurement. 1 inch from my bust apart measurement and I'm connecting it like so. I hope this is clear. The video is clear. I'm connecting it like so. So this is all, okay? I'm just smoothing out that bust area to make sure it looks natural. It's not pointed. So as you can see, the shape is already there. So we're going ahead to cut out everything so we get the pattern that we need. So I'm going ahead to cut out everything now so we get the pattern that we need, okay? You want to be careful so you do not cut on where you have marked. So firstly, this is where we'll be cutting now. That line, that armhole line that joins to the bust point, okay? When you cut it to the bust point, not through, to the bust point, you open up your side bust dart, okay? You open up your side bust dart. And when you're done with that, you close the side bust dart. Use your masking tape and close the side bust dart, thereby opening the dart at that armhole, at the armhole area. So having done that now, you go ahead to start removing the waist and the underbust dart. I'm just smoothing this out to make it look natural, that's all. So I'm removing the waist and the underbust dart. And of course, this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. We are cutting this center front unfold and 2 pieces of our side front, okay? So let's head straight to the cutting on the fabric. You want to place your fabric unfold and place that very one on it like so. I'm using the scissors to hold it down, but please, if you're a beginner, use your pin and pin it down. So I'm using my pen to mark out these particular places, the key points, the waistline, under bust, and the bust point, as you can see. Then I'm using my scissors to cut this out like so. Please, like I said, if you're a beginner, use your pin to hold the paper down to the fabric. Please do not use a scissors, it will move. And if you're not used to it, you might make mistakes. Use your pin. And also remember to mark your pen where the bust point is, the under bust and your waistline. So having done that now, I'm going ahead to use my scissors to mark the notches of those places I marked with a pen. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And we'll head straight to cutting out the side front. Remember, this part is where you be including your measurement, okay? Remember, this other part is where you're including your measurement. So please take out how many inches of allowance you want. Take out how many inches of allowance you want on this side, okay? It depends on you. So take out how many inches of allowance you want and you cut. Also on this side, you want to go ahead now and cut. This is the side where you're joining, so half an inch is okay. If you cannot eyeball it, please use your tape to measure half an inch all the way around the shape, okay? So here is this now. I'll also be doing the same thing using my scissors to mark out those notches that I marked with a pen. So this is it, okay? This is what we are having. And we'll head straight to the sewing. So for the sewing, I want to show you, I attached an interface to every of it. All the pattern, I attached an interface to it, okay? Light interface on the whole, thick interface on only the bust area, okay? Under bust and the bust area. So I'm going ahead to join. I love to start joining from my under bust because I think that part is where the whole attention is calling on. So I love to start joining from the notches of the under bust. I align the notches of the other bust, then I start joining from there to the bottom and also to the top, just like you see me doing now. So this is what it looks like. I will go ahead to join the other side of it, okay? Same thing, I'm starting from my under bust first, and I'm joining all the way down. Then when I'm done with down, I head over to the top. So here is it, okay? And so another very important part is the lining. Same thing we did is what we are going to do to the lining. Same thing we did to the fabric is what we did to the line, as you can see. So now I'm joining the neck area of the lining. I want to align the center notches together of the fabric and the lining. Then we'll be sewing all the way around. I'll sew round from the center to the left, from the center to the right, just as you see me doing now. And same thing will also be doing to the other side, okay? So having done this now, we'll go ahead to use our scissors to mark notches. For whenever you're sewing curved edges, make sure you use your scissors to mark notches. Just mark little cuts like this. It helps it lay flat and nice. Okay, whenever you're sewing curved edges and you need to turn over, or you need to turn over the line or whatever, make sure you use your scissors to mark notches. So after marking that, I'm going ahead now to top stitch it on the lining area, please, not on the fabric, on the lining area. You're top stitching on the lining area, okay? So I'm turning this over now, and this is what it looks like. Armhole princess seam with shoulder. So I'm joining the shoulders together. I also go ahead to join the sides and also the waistline. And this is the final look of it. I hope this tutorial was useful and helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.